Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to episode 1 of what I am calling a day in the life of a recovering people pleaser. A day in the life of a recovering people pleaser. I'm uh I'm doing this just as a way to give back, man. It's just a form of contribution for me. My intention is to simply let someone know who is going through the same struggles and challenges that I've gone through and, from time to time still continue to go through. But I just wanted someone to know that there's someone out there who understands, who empathizes, who has felt, and again, in many ways, continues to feel the pain, the struggle, the stress of trying to please other people. Now, obviously, we know logically we can't please other people, right? People have to make that decision for themselves. But as a as a recovering people pleaser, it really has more to do with what's going on within us. And before I get too far into this, I also want to just say that a lot of this has been brought on by, or my desire to do this has been brought on by the fact that I've recently started therapy. Never knew, never imagined that I would ever need therapy. Never knew or imagined that I would have to, go through therapy. Never really thought about it. But the more challenges started to occur in my life, the things that I started to experience and the emotions, and eventually the crash and the burn that I experienced, and I'll be getting more into that in other episodes. I just felt that it was necessary for me to get therapy, professional therapy. And I did. And I'm still going through that therapy, even though I'm coaching other people and creating content and getting back into creating content. I understand that we're all wounded healers, man. We're all helping each other. Maybe I'm just a little further along in the journey than you, and maybe someone's a little further along in the journey than me. But we're all ultimately helping each other. And so I just wanted to just really organically, man, flow. I don't know where I'll be when I record these each day. I don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll take, 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes even, each day to just check in and just say, hey, a day in the life, man. And, I just want to provide some perspectives and even share some of my practices that have really helped to turn things around for me, right? Just in a genuine, organic way, kind of meet you where you are. Because if you're a people pleaser as well, then you understand and you know the struggles. So the biggest thing as a people pleaser, as you know, is like there were some things that have happened in our lives at some point in time that has made, and here I'm gonna try to hold the camera over here and not get in this view because this arm is getting tired. Uh, this is like a blog, man. This is just like a blog. This is just like a as we go. I didn't even plan to start this today, to be honest. It was just, I was working out, and as you can see, and it was just, I was just inspired by the idea, right? Create this quick blog, 90-day blog, and just share parts of your journey. So, but as a people pleaser, man, one thing I've come to know and to understand through therapy and through other moments and times of reflection is that it has nothing to do with the other person. People pleasing is always about what we feel we need to do to experience uh, a sense of self-worth or value, a sense of belonging. As people, man, we all want to fit in. We all want to fit in. We all want to know that we have a place in this world where we're accepted and appreciated. And a lot of times, because we were rejected early on in life, as I like to say, rejected, not accepted, and everything else in between. We build this self-concept, this image of ourselves, this identity that we're not good enough, we don't amount to much, something's wrong with us. We experience a lot of shame and a lot of isolation. Uh, if you're like me, you grew up being bullied all the time and just never being really included in things. Sort of the last one picked, if picked at all, right? When it's time to pick teams, sort of sort of thing. And so you grow up just thinking that, whoa, if I'm ever going to fit in, right, which is a natural human desire to fit in, if I'm ever going to fit in, I've got to conform and comply. I've got to do things and say things that uh, give me the appearance that people like me, that people accept me, that people want me around. And so we develop the people pleasing syndrome. And I don't even know if that's even a real thing. I'm just calling it that. But this people pleasing syndrome where we're going to do whatever you need for us to do. We're going to say whatever you need for us to say, as long as you allow us to hang around, as long as you allow us to be a part of the moment, a part of the scene, a part of the club, the crew. So it's always this attempt to fit in. And so one thing that I just wanted to share today as I close uh, is that, you know, we're we're a part of this thing called life. And many times, especially as children, our world view is very small. Our framework is very small. And I'll get more into frameworks and views and all of that stuff in, some of the future episodes. But as a child and as someone that's immature, our scope, our lens, our worldview is very, very small. Our world amounts to what's right in front of us. And we can think that, man, if I don't fit into this, if I don't get these handful of people, as I look back, it was only a handful of people that I was trying to fit in with that ultimately developed into me always seeking to fit in. So I would always, please other people and say yes to things that I knew I really didn't want to do, because it just became a habit of just trying to fit in. Even though sometimes I was already accepted, the mind doesn't know that, right? Because you've built this habit of just always doing more than you need to do to try to fit in. But the point that I wanted to make today, the perspective that I want to offer today, is that from the moment you were born, you and we were already fitting in, right? This world is huge. Life is huge. And God created us for a reason, for a purpose. We're here. And our purpose is sometimes not known. It hasn't been discovered. It hasn't been unpacked. We don't really understand it or know it yet. And so because we're not aware of those things, then we just look to try to fit in with anybody at any point in time. But this world is really big. And what I've discovered in my journey is that some people are for us and some people are not for us. Sometimes we're trying to please people who are not for us. And what I mean by not for us is, like, they're not bad people. They're just people that aren't going to, like, walk with you in this journey very far. They're not going to be in your life very long. I think about all the people back in Toledo that I used to try and please and try to fit in with. And I look at my life now and how great my life is today. And I think, to myself, I'm not in contact with any of those people. Those people have very little impact, if any, on my life today. They didn't journey with me very far. And so maybe that might be true for you as well. You might be trying to please people who aren't going to go very far with you on this journey. They're not gonna finish the race with you. And some people, they say, are for a reason. Some people are for a season. All of those cliches. But I just wanted to offer that quick perspective. This world is much, much bigger than sometimes we think it is, because we're so hyper focused on the people that we're around in the moment and the situation that we're a part of in the moment. And there are people that are for you, people that are going to journey with you for a lifetime, people that you're going to add value to, people that are going to love you and accept you and appreciate you just as you are, right? I've witnessed this. I'm literally experiencing this in my life each and every day. I don't have to go the extra mile. I don't have to bend over backwards. I don't have to please any of these people that just love me organically and genuinely. So they're out there. You just have to find your people. You have to find your tribe, as they say. You have to find where you are already accepted, because you are. And your acceptance and your validation started with God, right? Genesis 1, man. God looked over everything he had created, and you were a part of that. And he said, "It is good. I validate this completely." So you are a part of this thing called creation. So you are already validated and you are already good. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because I got 89 more days of this. So I don't want to talk very long. I want to make these pretty short, but that's it, man. That is episode number 1 of the day, a day in the life of a recovering people pleaser, giving you perspectives and practices that will just help you to seek to please people a little less, right? Maybe that's my tagline. I don't know. I'm just making it up in the moment. So again, man, not taking these too serious. I'm not trying to make these perfect or anything like that. I'm not going to edit these and try to do all that branding stuff. It's just me saying I love you and I appreciate you. And I know that if I've gone through these things and um, I've been dragged through the mud, then I know other people are feeling these things and are being dragged through the mud as well. And so just wanted to come alongside and let you know that someone cares and someone hears you and someone sees you, and let it be whatever contribution is going to be. All right, that's it, man. Love y'all, praying for y'all, believing in y'all. Until next time, man. Treveal C.W. Lynch, I am the possible. We out, man.